It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Dart. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Dart going to look to throw here. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing his Dart. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go play action here with Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air again, Dart. Touchdown! Juwan Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke down for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Looking to put a drive together.
5. Here goes, son. Hey, what's up? You there. Hey, let's punch it in. Great job. We're good.
From the gun, it's May. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Hey, what's that? You're on the ball. He's coming in, folks. Hey.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Keep it rolling, mate. Hey, what's that?
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they go play action with May. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juwan Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Hey, what's up? Yep, 45, big up. Yeah, you good. Crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 41, this is second and a yard. To throw, it's May. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Hey, here we go. Sit up.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Robinson with another carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Daniels. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Crazy.
They'll throw with May. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 70. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Joey Sly is set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that went out wide and intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the air, May. That's out wide here for Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run with Robinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, what's up? You there. Here. Crazy.
Throwing here is May. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. And Ross St. Brown with a Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Steelers 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Dart from the gun on third down. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down, Steelers.
To throw now, Dart. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Lane, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Robinson up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
A gain of a yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's May. He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And that's incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Back to the ground with Robinson. Oh, good move.
Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll try and throw for it with May. And he's caught.
Now the ball comes loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game, because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dart.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Here's Dart.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Crazy. Hey, what's up? Crazy.
They'll set up to throw. And Daniels has it over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Five. Sir, what's up? Hey, what's up?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play to force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
They'll look to throw again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of legs behind it. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First down 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Crazy. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy. Hey, 5.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Crazy. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Steelers 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Dart.
A heavy taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Drake May taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Slide for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Dances by him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll throw again. Dart. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down. But the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Dart. This will be caught by Brown. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down.
They go play action with Dart. Completes it to Hardman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To throw, Dart. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
At the 8-yard line.
But to throw once more, here's Dart. Touchdown! Jalen Lane, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score. Bengals 38. Steelers
28. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Looking to throw. May. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
A give left side to Robinson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shoot forward. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that
that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the shotgun, May with it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one.
And the Bengals have recovered it. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, here's Dart. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Here's May.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Daniels. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Crazy. Damn. Let's punch it in here, baby. Sit down here, you go. Five.
From the shotgun, it's May. That is caught.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the gun, Dart. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Dart. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment.
On play action, here's Dart.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Lane, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
That's the score. Bengals 45. Steelers 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Hey, what's that?
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Crazy, crazy.
They'll throw with May.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for the Cincinnati score.
Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
6-yard line.
To throw is Dart. Catch is made by Hardman.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dart. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Dart once more. Again, it's Johnson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing his Dart. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers get a bit closer. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.